Handcuff.
Would heal with my major healing potion, or it might be superior at that stage, but you get the point. The other massive amenity that alchemy provides you is nifty stopwatch. You're gonna have to pick up a Gyro Crenatum from one of the vendors, but like pretty much all the vendors, engineering vendors in the capital cities have a chance of dropping this, and Fury and getting some of the Fury benefits, like in terms of flurry, that affects two-handed massively. Herbalism. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. As I said, you know, apologies if this is not super specific. This is just like a stream of consciousness knowledge dump that hopefully you can take a few things from. So, professions. I will say, if you're playing hardcore, herbalism alchemy is the way. It is just so high impact. I don't even think engineering comes that close, personally. I mean, if you just want to go engineering, go for it. It's fun. It's super fun. It's not bad by any means. But alchemy is absolutely incredible on warrior. But it requires you to know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing that well on alchemy going into this run. I've leveled alchemy up before, but it was not really in some kind of like solo self-found context. You just buy everything off the auction house and level it up. Alchemy is insane. You get Oil of Immolation, which helps you keep up on tempo. When you get behind on damage, you know, you can just use that. There's really no cooldown with it. It doesn't share a cooldown with anything else. You can scale up and down your power level, you know, on demand to meet the situation, whether you need a little bit more armor, a little more agility, whatever. You get massive amenities like Elixir of the Mongoose, which is a pretty easily obtainable recipe from these satyrs in Felwood or Ajara. It gives you your own little personalized mini Oni buff. It's like 3 crit. Unbelievable. Elixir of Water Breathing. That solves one of the ways you can die, which is drown. You can use it if you get into a bad situation, forget about your breath underwater. You pop that, your breath will refill. You get FAPs, which will take you out of nets. That'll make certain boss fights in dungeons, if you're taking on hardcore, much easier. You just go into the fight with a FAP. Or if you know you're fighting mobs that net, maybe you see the net coming, or you can anticipate it, and you're like, I'm in a really bad spot. Because if you pull 2 mobs that net, they can oftentimes just like infinite value loop you to death. So you solve that. You get lesser invis pots that can save your butt. Let me take a look at alchemy. You just get healing potions. There are certain potions that are hard to get, man. Stuff like Greater Healing Potion. Those are hard to buy from the vendor. There's not many vendors that sell them. They're really off the beaten path. So you're not going to find yourself over that much, and you're going to struggle through that level range because you're not going to have a lot of Greater Healing Potions. So if you know what you're doing with alchemy and herbalism, you can, you know, get tons of life root early. You know exactly what it's used for. Alchemy is just so good, man. I wish I had more time to just talk about how good it is, but I'm really trying to blow through this stuff because it's already taken a long time. Healing pots, Elixir of Demon Slaying. This is another recipe if you have to go kill demons. You can increase your power level dramatically. This is like double Oni buff worth of attack power. Oil of Immolation. So one feels bad thing about alchemy is you can't really get these major healing potions until mid-50s. Because you have to get into Winter Spring to pick up the recipe. Yeah, Elixir of Agility, FAP, the protection potions too. The protection potions are, I can't find the words to basically appreciate these protection potions enough. Your power level goes up so much if you have protection potions pre-popped. It's basically what allowed us to do BRD in my mind, you know, with fighting, you know, facing down all that fire damage, all that shadow damage. And they're not hard to make. The recipes are readily available. You buy them from vendors. And if you're going to really try to push it and do a dungeon maybe earlier than you should, or do something stupid like do BRD like we did, these protection potions can absolutely be the difference maker. They tend to absorb more than your max rank healing potion at whatever level you are. So let's say I was fighting these blood elves and they start blasting me with fire damage, you know, I might be able to use a fire protection potion, and it would absorb more than I would heal with my major healing potion. or it might be superior at that stage, but you get the point. The other massive amenity that alchemy provides you is nifty stopwatch. You're gonna have to pick up a gyrocrinatum from one of the vendors, but like pretty much all the vendors, engineering vendors in the capital cities have a chance of dropping this, and there's also a dude in Alterac that sells the gyrocrinatum. But nifty, absolutely best trinket ever for warrior, man. Forget about it. It's unbelievable. I mean, you can fap nifty, get out of dodge. It's unbelievable. Nifty stopwatch will save you so many times. That alone, even if it was just for nifty, it's basically like guaranteed getting a swiftness potion recipe. But it's kind of better than a swiftness potion because it doesn't share cooldown with your potions. You know, you can still use your healing potion and run away. Nifty stopwatch is a treasure for warrior. It is so high impact. It is amazing. So, you know, just alchemy solves a lot of the ways that you can die, man. It also partners the best with fishing. So fishing is really good in hardcore, but the thing about fishing is you can fish up, you know, upgrades and leather and stuff like that, but like the actual fish that you get, you don't really use them for anything else outside of alchemy. You can get the deviate delights and then you can cook those up, but you know, firefin, the eels, all that stuff is used for alchemy. So it partners really well with your secondaries. Keep looking. If you want to be big brain about the professions too, you don't necessarily have to go alch herb right off the bat. You could go skinning herb, stash all the herbs in the bank, buy a couple herb pouches, 12 slots, stash them there, and then skin a bunch of stuff. Just vendor all the skins aggressively. And then whenever your bank is about to be full with herbs, then drop skinning. It'll give you a little boost to your economy, and then level up alch at that point. That might be the big brain way to do it as well. Because alchemy, you generally will have a ton of potions that you'll find just minors and lessers and all that stuff out in the world. It's really when you get up to greater healing potion tier that you're going to need the alchemy. So you could delay it up until then. Let's see. So that's professions. Talked about weapons. Survival. Yeah, this is like hardcore specific, you know, but these are items that will save you. I compiled the list. The main one here that I regret not getting early is Jungle Remedy. I would absolutely get Jungle Remedies as soon as I could. Basically, as soon as I get into STV. I usually get there around like 36. I'm going to go up to the Curzons, and I'm going to farm a stack or two of Jungle Remedy. So good. Takes off disease. There's some horrendous diseases, especially in Ngoro. If you remember, if anybody watched this character's journey in Ngoro, there's some horrendous diseases. Diseases can stop you from bandaging. They can just cripple your ability to fight. They can reduce your movement speed. They can reduce your strength, agility, whatever. Get Jungle Remedy. Also, anti-venom. This is huge as well. You know, you get 3 charges of anti-venom per small venom sac. It's so good. So you're naturally going to get venom sacs, the small venom sacs. You don't have to do anything different. You're going to get first aid anyway, right? So just make sure you hang on to those venom sacs and turn them into anti-venom. You're going to use them all the way to 60. I still have mine right here, you know, and I got mine from spiders in Stone Town. They lasted me like all the way to 60, and they saved your butt. You might have a poison on you that's stopping you from bandaging, and you might need to, you know, take it off, fear, and get the bandage off, and that could absolutely be the difference between life and death. Holy Spring Water, I don't have that on me right now. That's looted from this fountain in Stranglethorn. Just look it up. It's a very weird, bizarre item. 95% of people don't even know about it, but you can use it to dispel a magical effect on yourself. Again, you might have a Shadow Word Pain taken on you. You might have a slow taken on you, like literally that one mage in Hillsbrad that I fought. He put like a 45-second slow ability, like that one from TBC, pretty much on you. I mean, that might be Nicky Night Night right there if you can't get that off. So, Holy Spring Water, huge. You can only have one at a time, but that's all you need. You only have one life in hardcore, right? Also, Free Action Potion, we talked about that. Nifty, Slumber Sand, Sticky Glue, Magic Dust. If you are Alliance or Horde, just get whatever your faction's equivalent of these things are. Bag of Marbles for Alliance, stuff like that. For Horde, Sticky Glue, Slumber Sand, these are treasures. You use them all the way up to 60 on hardcore. They will 100% save your life. Each charge that you use should be used to save your life. So, yeah. Whipperroot tubers, these are another monstrous pickup. They're going to basically give you another potion you can use in tandem with your healing potion. And once you get tubers, your chance of scuffing the hardcore challenge goes way down. So as soon as you're able to get up in the Fellwood and kill those 52, 53s up in the north, those elementals, do it, and start stacking up those salves. Once you get the wind blossom berries, once you get the tubers, once you're in Fellwood, you're living the good life on hardcore. It's like the best zone for sure for hardcore. Songflowers, all that beautiful stuff is up there at Fellwood. So Whipperroot tuber, big prio. Loofah, easy quest out in Searing Gorge. Again, it's just another thing that you can control. You know, like you're checking the box slowly, checking the boxes on hardcore to eliminate things that can kill you, right? So Loofah will give you the ability to remove bleed on demand. Noggin Fogger is also important just because you can get the slow fall from it, and that can save your life if you're falling off a cliff.
Alone be praised.
for the Alliance.
Well met. See you soon.
If you at least have some sort of recourse and it's not just complete impending doom if you fall off of a, Thunder Bluff or something, you have some way to save yourself. So Noggenfogger is big on hardcore. Invispot, Mechanical Yeti. I think I used one charge for fun, but this is a good item. There might be other ones like it. Just, if you can pick up summonables from quests, there might be some other ones, like maybe even Dog Whistle and stuff out of SM. That stuff will save you and effectively act as like a target dummy. If you have to run, it'll put threat on the table and, get the mob's attention, then you can run away. And then the Ungoro charges. There's a heal, there's an armor buff, there's an armor debuff that you can put on something, there's a grenade. Those are insane. And I'd say maybe 30% of the reason why you go engineering is to get grenades, right? Well, think about it this way. You can have grenades and not be engineering. They're stronger. They're actually going to be stronger than the engineering grenades. And they're going to be just straight up better, honestly. You can only get them in the 50s once you get up to the Ungoro. But there's no cast time on them. They hit harder than thorium bombs. Unbelievable item. So good to have. The Ungoro charges. You can also use it to heal, but it does share cooldown with your Whipperoo Tuber. The healing one, the Crystal Restore. So there's that. Let's see. Talked about professions, economy. On Horde side, you're pretty much good. 1 to 20, just because the weapons is what you want to spend your money on. And your weapon progression is so airtight on Horde. You're pretty much chilling. I would say, I think I overspent on protection abilities. I overspent on abilities in general in my warrior, and I didn't get my mount until 45. It was stupid. My thought process on it was, the way warrior abilities work, upgrades wise, is that it only increases the damage by a small amount, but they charge you full price for the skill. And my thought process on it was, hey, you only have one life. That few points in damage difference could be the decision, the difference maker between life and death, so I'm just going to buy as many as I can. It wasn't that serious, honestly. Just, use your judgment, but you don't need to buy all the abilities. And they're very expensive, the warrior abilities, and there's a ton of them, so be careful what you train. Talents, survival, tips and tricks. I guess I can go over rotation, kind of. Use a throwing weapon. There's that. Throwing weapons are the best for fighting. They don't have you don't have to wait for the cooldown of the weapon swing timer on it. It's pretty much almost an instant little throw animation, which will allow you to kite stuff a lot better, pull stuff. There's good weapon progression for throwing weapons too. They have upgraded throwing weapons well into the 30s and stuff. So train throwing as soon as you can. I use the gun only because an epic drop for me that has 14 agility on it, but I would still be using throwings if it wasn't for that. Get Mark of the Chosen at a Maradon. Let me see, rotation wise. I guess I can go over rotation, kind of. Use a throwing weapon. There's that. Throwing weapons are the best for fighting. They don't have you don't have to wait for the cooldown of the weapon swing timer on it. It's pretty much almost an instant little throw animation, which will allow you to kite stuff a lot better, pull stuff. There's good weapon progression for throwing weapons too. They have upgraded throwing weapons well into the 30s and stuff. So train throwing as soon as you can. I use the gun only because an epic drop for me that has 14 agility on it, but I would still be using throwings if it wasn't for that. You know, get Mark of the Chosen at Amaradon. Let me see, rotation-wise. Pretty much, if your arms pre-sweeping strikes, throw up Rend, Sunder down to like 60-50%, finish with right clicks. You know, I think you could execute late 20s or something, so you can execute if it makes sense to do so. Hamstring kiting, my whole thought process on that is that only very, very situationally useful. Just mainly because you can still do it in Classic, but it requires you to basically like S-key backwards to remove the melee leeway from your opponent. And just walking backwards, playing as close as I do, and I'm unable to see what's behind me, you're just going to pull something from behind and get into a worse spot. So unless you can feel confident that you've carved out a fighting position that you can, you know, like let's say it's the, you know, that guy for the, you know, the Berserker Stance quest, you know, you have to fight that one strong guy. You know there's no mobs on that island. So if you want to go fight him and hamstring kite him, that might be a perfect application. You know you can just equalize the attack speed, slow him, S-key, remove melee leeway, and take him there. So it still can be done, but I didn't end up using it that much, to be honest. Just because you want to basically hedge against the idea of pulling another target. So that means taking a little bit more damage. So be it. You want to keep the environment as surgical as possible. There's reasons to use so many of the warrior abilities, man. There's just like kind of a priority system for the warrior abilities. I wish I could give you more of a concrete rotation, but there's just too many factors to consider on warrior. Whether you're going to pool rage for the next target, whether you want to dump rage because you're going to be walking for a while. So you might want to execute or not execute. Piercing Howl, I'll talk about this ability. Piercing Howl reduces movement speed more than Hamstring. Isn't that weird? To be honest, I didn't even know that until this playthrough. At max rank, Hamstring is the same as Piercing Howl, but for the vast majority of your leveling process, Piercing Howl is going to slow more. It's 50% reduction, and I think the lower ranks of Hamstring are like 35, 40, 45 type thing. It's only till the very end with like the last rank of it that it gets up to 50. So Piercing Howl is really nice for that. It's great for, you know, fighting two targets or multiple targets to get away from stuff. You know, Piercing Howl, just keep in mind, does reset the leash on the mobs. But there's that. It's funny, after I end this video, I'm going to think of 20 more things I wish I could have said. Let's see here. Just give me a second. I just want to be thorough as I can. I'm not gonna get into like the mechanics of the class. I feel like most of you guys know it by now. Have a good system for swapping stances. I'll say that one of the things I'm proud of is my system for swapping stances. There's 3 stances you can be in. Battle, berserking, and defense, right? So that means if you're in one stance,
I'm out of range. Need more rage. I need to get closer. Not enough rage. It's too far away. I'm out of range. Need more rage. I need to get closer. That ability isn't not enough rage. Need more rage. It is too far away. Not enough rage. I don't have a target. I'm out of range. Not enough range. Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough I need a target. It is too far away. I need more rage. Not enough rage. Can't do that yet. Need more rage. Inventory is full. I'm out of range. Not enough rage. any more. Inventory is full. It is too far away. Not enough range. I can't carry any more. Need more rage, not enough rage. Inventory is full. Need more rage. I can't carry any more. I need to get closer. Ability isn't ready yet. rage. Need more rage. Inventory is full.
Everyone loves the cloud experience. So what if we told you that you could create your hybrid cloud?
Looking for something specific? Have a good one.
Crow. Dungeon in Southern Barrens. For the quest Brutal Armor, you need to turn left here. I will show you the way. 4 main group. We have level 60 helping us. Okay, let's share quest. Okay, let's continue going this side. this shiny will help us out. Warrior also have the same quest.
Not ready. I'm out of range. Need more rage. I don't have a target. It is too far away. Not enough rage. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. Not enough rage. Need more rage. It is too far away. Not enough rage. I can't do it. That ability isn't I can't do it. Not enough rage. Not ready yet. I need to get closer. Need more rage. Target.
Hello. Safe travels.